Big Brian Show.
Welcome to the Big Brian Show.
Nice. Hey, what's happening? I got a real good story to tell you guys. A real good one. Check it out. I want to tell you guys a real story. This story is about an unsung hero that happened to be a state trooper, police officer. Cause you always hear bad stuff about police. I'm gonna tell you a good story about the police. Okay. So I was working in Missouri. Okay, back in the day. I was working at Fort Leonard Wood. Anybody know where that's at? It's near St. Roberts, Missouri, and it's not too far from Rolla, Missouri. Okay. Anyway, me and my girlfriend Tracy drove to Missouri in her Chevy Cavalier because her Cavalier had more room than my Mustang. Okay. So we drove to Missouri, and you got to go through Ohio. I can't remember how, but anyway, I know we went through Ohio. We got to go through Ohio. Anyway, went to Missouri because I had my stuff in a U-Haul. I wanted to get rid of because I was paying. Every month I had to pay like $100. I said, you know what? I'm tired of paying $100. Let's go to Missouri. Let's empty out this U-Haul. So we did, and use her Cavalier. The Mustang don't have no room, so her Cavalier had more room than Mustang. So we took her Cavalier to Missouri, and loaded it up. Well, I was selling stuff out that U-Haul, right, just to get rid of it. And I kept the main stuff. And let me tell you, that Cavalier was packed, right? It was packed. We had stuff in the back seat, in the trunk. You couldn't even hardly move. We couldn't even pull the seats back. But anyway, so we're heading back, and it was cold too. This is a key thing. It was the winter time, right? And it was the winter time, so it was cold as you know what, Alaska. So got to Ohio, right? And I was driving, thank God, because I don't know if Tracy could have handled it. Anyway, I was driving, and all of a sudden, I had a blowout. I had a flat tire, bam, right? And I'm doing like about 65, and I got a flat tire. So it went off. So I pulled off on the shoulder, right? And I'm gonna tell you, it was so cold that day. I can't explain how cold. It felt like it was like 20 below zero, right? It was so cold. And we on that main highway, like a 4-lane highway in Ohio. And as soon as I got out of the car, that cold just hit me. And I'm like, holy shit. And I went to the back of I popped the trunk open, right? And trunk was loaded with stuff, right? And it was cold. And we on the 4-lane highway, mind your cars going by. And it was so cold, right, that I could only stay out there for like a minute at a time. My hand would freeze up. I had to go back and sit in the car just to thaw out a little bit. And Tracy was crying, oh my God, what are we gonna do? And I said, don't worry about it, huh? I'm gonna get it. I was trying to get to the spare tire. We had so much stuff in the back of that trunk. I had to take all that stuff out the trunk to get to the spare tire. And cars was flying by, and it was windy, and it's 30 degrees, and it's snowing. It was just like one of the worst days of my life, right? So I'm taking stuff out the trunk so I can get to the spare tire. Finally got to the spare tire. The wind just blowing my stuff out. I'm like, fuck it. Excuse my language. Wind just blowing stuff. I didn't even care at that point. I just wanted to get this tire fixed. So I took the tire out the car, and had to go sit back in the car again. It was really, I'm telling you, it was cold, like 20 below zero. Thawing my hands out again. Okay. I said, all right, Tracy, here we go. I'm going back out there again. So I went out there again and all I had was a single. I didn't even have the one to spin. I had a single lug. Cause mine, this was Tracy's car, it wasn't mine. All she had in there was a single lug tire iron. So I'm out there now, right, on the side of a 4-lane highway, 30 below zero, right? Trying to get the lugs off a flat tire. I mean, that first one was like, was so tight. I'm trying to jump on the wrench and it's still like not moving. Finally got one lug nut off of there. Had to go sit back in the car again because it's so freaking cold out there. Cars flying by me on the 4-lane highway. I broke the lugs first. I finally got a couple of the lugs broke, right? If I had to go sit back in the car. So I'm like, boy, this is rough, right? I mean, it was so bad. It was so cold. As soon as you watch out, my nose started running. The eyes started running. I mean, it was the worst day of my life. So I said, okay, Trace, I'm going back out again. Went out there again, trying to break the other lugs, right? I swear to God, all of a sudden, right, the state trooper came out of nowhere. Like ride on a white horse. The state trooper came up the 4-lane highway, the same lane, with his lights flashing, right? And he parked this car right in the highway, right beside me. Had his lights on, so cars could just go over. This man, I ain't gonna never forget this. This man got out the car, right, and started helping me. State trooper, black dude. I'm gonna put his picture up. And he started helping me, right? And he went inside his car, and he got the spinner one, and he started with the spinner, and he got the rest of the lugs up. He's like, you got a jack, man? And like I said, the car was loaded. I said, yeah, it's on all this stuff. He said, don't worry about it. He went and got his jack. And this is the only part I can't remember. I can't remember if we used our jack, Tracy's jack, or the police jack. But anyway, we got the car jacked up. And we jacked the car up. I'm gonna make this story short. Jacked the car up. He helped me. He put the tire on. He stood there. Cars had to go around on there because like I said, he's on the highway with his jump flashing. He said hi to Tracy. He said, you guys okay? You guys good? I said, yeah. I swear to God, I went to start the car, right? The car had died because the battery died on us. I swear to God, right? Everything that could go wrong this day went wrong. It was like the coldest day of the year. I'm like, man. He said, don't worry about it. He went, got jumper cables, gave us a jump, right? And he said, where you guys going to? I said, Pennsylvania. He said, okay. He said, you guys okay? I said, yeah. He said, you need the money? Y'all got enough money for gas? Y'all got gas money? And I said, yes, sir. I said, yes, sir. We good, man. I said, I really appreciate this. And I said, man, you got a card? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay. I said, I'm gonna let them know that how good you was to us. He followed us with the lights still flashing. Once we got the car started, this man followed us up the highway for about a couple of miles. And I was like, man, that guy was like, he was like a guardian angel. And I just want to add one more thing too. I'm a survivor, right? I've been in bad situations before. I'm a survivor. I was worried more about Tracy that day than myself. Because Tracy wasn't used to that kind of stuff. I was, but she wasn't. So I'm glad he came because, like I said, I was worried more about Tracy that day than myself. I'm gonna put this is him right now, and I just found it because I'm cleaning my room. That's him right there. I'm gonna put this up. This is him right here, guys. His name is, I think it's pronounced Cortrell Ray McCruder or McCruder. Anyway, And this is on the back of the car, guys. He's in Unit 694. Ray became a trooper in November of 1990. Ray is a born-again Christian who enjoys sharing the good news. This is his personal message. Speeding diminishes one's ability to control his or her vehicle. Therefore, turn not to the right hand, nor to the left, and remove thy foot from evil. And he's sponsored by Country Towing and ABS Towing, Inc. Anybody know this guy? Tell him you saw his story on YouTube where he helped this couple out that was broke down the highway probably 14 years ago. Coldest day of the year. All right? Cortrell Ray McCruder or McCruder. Anybody know this guy? Tell him Big Brian said thank you again from the bottom of my heart for helping us out on that cold, terrible winter day.